Happy Wednesday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery Scott Mitchell, coming to you live on Memorex. Default route, default location on an office day. Today is an office day, meaning I go into the office. And speaking of office, come to find out yesterday, that our work from home status or availability or whatever you want to call it has changed. October 26th, we got to start going into the office 2 days a week, and in January, 3 days a week. The thing about that is, it affects, well, going in the office, you know, it's neither here nor there to me, sort of, as it stands now. But it affects how I can go back to Ohio and visit Granddaughter for weeks at a time. That's what makes it interesting. What it's going to do is make it difficult to, or interesting, more PTO time when I go back to visit. So that'd be like 6 days of vacation, 6 days of PTO, 3 days a week. That's a lot. As compared to I was doing one, now it's like 3. So that's gonna definitely put a cramp on that. Because more than likely, I'm not gonna use my PTO 6 days for 2 weeks back there. That's a lot of PTO. That's a lot of PTO. The 2 days, I might be able to get away with next month. In fact, I will be able to get away with 2 weeks after the Funketeers Ball. I think they said October 26th or October, I forget whatever, they better not. I gotta figure it all out. Anyway, I gotta figure it all out. So that's that. And the reason that became sort of significant, I know I'm just rambling, but the thing is, too, about this trip, this recent pfunk trip, well, Granddaughter started, I'm going all over the place. Granddaughter started preschool, and you know they got already. You should see how overboard they went. Not overboard. You should have seen how much they put into that poor child. Oh my God. Oh my God. You should just see how much they had her. You know, she had an escort entourage. They got a video of her, teacher. Joe is like on the HR board of the building. Terry worked there, and Kimberly, and they got her surrounded, walking like she's Secret Service, dressed in all pink and bows and big giant backpack. But if I looked at Granddaughter's face, and she over it, you can tell she looks like whatever. She's just used to it, you know. You can tell that she's just used to the attention, used to all that. I don't know if that's good or bad, and we're gonna find out. And being who I am, you know, I gotta be careful or have an understanding, because they try to say I was the same way. They said I had got it, you know, that's the life I live, being born and growing up. So, you know, she had all new clothes, bows, every little back to school gadget thing. Yeah, you know, way in hell she got enough, that backpack, she got so big. Looked like one of the astronauts on the moon. That's how big that backpack was. Then today they all took her down. Yesterday they all took her down there. You know, all of them. Father was there. So you just see a whole trail of people holding her hand and all that. I was like, when I went to school, my first day of school, my mother woke up, got me dressed, took me on the porch, and said, go that way. You know, so that's where I come from. Actually, they say, like I said, it probably very didn't happen that way. It probably very didn't happen that way. But, you know, and so I was thinking, because, you know, when I get back there, I consider myself as providing the balance, a little bit of balance to them people. I tell you, I say the thing about them is they love you too much. So the world you're seeing is the world they're presenting, which may or may not be fully accurate according to the way real life goes. And that's all I'm saying. Got a little bit of, I wouldn't call it entertainment, but you never know. I don't know if you can see a 1500 resolution. But all that to be said, and then we pfunk show. And here's the thing. When you lay out a plan, you lay out an idea how you want things to work, you lay out how you want to get on the shuttle or airplanes and all that stuff, and you want to fly here, you want to fly there. When it actually works out, that's the best thing. It's like a reward. And after you did all this, you caught trains, you got hotel reservations, and you did all that and did all this, and you finally get home and your plan worked, you're still kind of running off adrenaline. You know, so when you plan to go to work when you get back, you know, you're still kind of running off adrenaline. You know, you're still unpacking, you're still feeling the vibe of the music and the people and the weekend and all that. The thing, what happens is when that adrenaline runs out, when that adrenaline goes away, and that's when you hit. And I hit yesterday. Monday I did okay. I got through it. You know, I flew all night, caught a train home, caught the flyway home, was able to lay down for an hour and a half, didn't get my 10,000 steps, didn't care. No, I think I did end up getting them Monday, one of them days. Yesterday for sure I didn't get them. But, and so you just want to lay down, you know? And so after your adrenaline wore off, that's when you're like, you don't see me? That's the walking lane. That's the walking lane, buddy. I'm gonna be disjointed on this one. I'm still recovering. So yesterday, I woke up, I couldn't move. Yesterday I was like, this ain't gonna happen. But I kept thinking about that PTO, thinking about that PTO. So I said, I'll just go in 3 hours late. Go back to sleep. I actually got up, got something to eat. Got something to eat. Laid back down for like an hour and a half, couple hours. Got up, finished up. I didn't finish up my shift, did my shift, did five hours. So only got to use 2.5 hours of PTO. But that's only on like the second day of this pay period. I done used some PTO. So, and I got a bad review from a customer, and it might have been out of my hands. It might have been out of my hands. And, you know, not that I'm trying to make an argument for it, but, you know, it might, I'm gonna ask him, you know, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up. Because I found when they suggest, they say, I failed to make the customer didn't get what they wanted. So basically they had not a right, but a reason to say, you know, they weren't satisfied because they didn't get the answer. Usually I'm thinking people get those surveys, they just don't do them. Right? But she said I was congenial, I did all I could. You hear the call, went over and over and over it. And one of the solutions that they said I could have used, I evaluated yesterday, and I don't think it'll work, so I'm gonna present it to my supervisor and say, look, even Teams doesn't work because of this. You can't do this in Teams. So, I mean, not that it's gonna make a difference or anything, but you know, you do what you do to make things happen. You know, it's not that I kind of don't even want to give the appearance that I care, because I kind of don't, you know. I kind of really don't care. Morning. Or I don't want to care. That might be a better way to put it. I don't want to care, but I'll probably do. You know, so I'll throw it out there. Fight, you know, make a case for whatever. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the adrenaline wore off yesterday. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it, but I'm not gonna use up a whole day PTO, so I'm going 3 hours late. Shorten the day, get some more rest. And I got through it. And it wasn't quote unquote the busiest day in the history of law firm IT-ness, IT technology. And that helped. Because had a hell of a day, hell of a weekend. One hell of a weekend. It was really good. It was really good. I'm all over the place. I'm not coherent. It both come kind of close, don't it? Well, coherent might not be the right word. I'm not following a straight path. I'm not linear. I'm not, what's the word where you like specific? I'm random. I'm not babbling. I guess I might be babbling. I don't know. Here's the burned down thing. Something to look at, I guess. So we'll go and we'll see. Yesterday last night I slept with my pillows in a different arrangement. And I'm not having any head pain. You know, but I don't know what that means at all. I don't want to get addicted to, not addicted, but accustomed to taking that headache relief medicine. So I try to take one instead of two, and definitely don't try to take them, back to back after 4 hours unless it's like, really bad or whatever, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's sinuses or the season or the time, climate. I don't know. I think what I might do is stop this and talk about the pfunk, so the pfunk and be in one concise area. Put a pfunk commentary to be more one section. I feel good. I feel good. I do. And I go in the office today. And Thursday, Friday. Another weekend coming, baby. And I work Monday, Tuesday. Today, Wednesday, it goes by so fast. It goes by fast. It's like Wednesday already. And hump day is easy. Not easy, but it's fun because you're going to the office. And Thursday is like almost weekend, so that's like easy. Fridays, you already turned up. Especially in summertime. People ain't really working. Phones ain't ringing off the hook. They ring, but they ain't ringing off the hook. I'm just saying. Whew. Yeah. I ain't got much. I ain't got much today. I'm actually probably still within the experience. I'm definitely still within the experience these last few days. I'm still absorbing and processing. Probably should have took notes though. I think I might start taking notes, even if they're verbal. Well, it doesn't have to be verbal. I can do speech to text. Put it in a OneNote file, OneNote page. It'll be right there. Then run all that through AI and have it process it for me. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. I think that's what I should do. As things happen, and just keep compiling it onto, as the weekend goes. So I don't forget stuff. Like having brunch or lunch with Mr. Greg Thomas and Mr. Kevin Oliver in Baltimore with these Baltimore cats who, it was just something. They tell me the history of all the players that came out of that area, stories, this and that, and how they knew all the stuff around there with food, how to order, what to get. Yeah, it was really nice. And talk, you know what? And didn't talk pfunk once. Didn't talk about pfunk or the show not one time. Just stayed away from it. Not stayed away from it, just didn't come up. We talked about the show or this or that or nothing. Let's talk about Baltimore and this and that and kids in schools and this and all kinds of stuff. It was just good. It was just good. I'm still in it. I'm still experiencing it. Still feeling it, so. That's, something. Man, I gotta get my butt home and get dressed and go into the Metropolitan 3 times a week. See, and 3 times a week, that's $20 a day to park. And as an expense that we can't get back. Maybe we could petition for something like that. Where they probably want us to take public transit. And since I work 12 to 8, I can drive. The drive ain't that bad at 12 and 8. Now, if it was in the morning, that's a different dog. But, by the time I go, traffic is lighter. It's not as heavy. I get to work in 35 minutes. Get home in like maybe 28, 29, something like that. So driving is viable. Maybe even quicker than taking the public transit. Definitely it's quicker than public transit. So, it's not like, I'm not paid to, I'm paid well, so. And benefits and all that, so. Yeah, the free lunches and stuff. The free lunches, no, I ain't gonna say the free lunches cover that, but they might. They might. No, but they definitely would cover 20 a week. No, because we don't have them every week. Whew. Feels good to be out here. Back on the path, I guess. Feels good to be back out here on the path, the default route. Let things settle down a little bit until they turn back up again. Thinking about my mother's birthday party coming up, and she having like a party or something, which would mean, which basically gonna mean she gonna tell us what to do. She gets a formal chance to tell us what to do. Do this, do that, pick that up, I want this. Oh, God. Personality has a lot to do with it, I'm sure, in this case. Aging person, should be 86, aging person with disability, disability or injury, limited, mobility, no mobility, and, stuff. So where when you pick up hand, agility or hand, whatever, especially with a personality like hers, it's not bossy, it's not really bossy. It's deeper than boss. You just want to organize and manage and do this, do that. Since she can't do it, she have us, can you do this for me? Go get that. Do this, try this. I had to start doing, no, I'm not doing it. No. And I was like, nope. I ain't. Can you make this for me? Nope. I'm walking out. I'm not doing nothing. I pay people to do that. Don't ask me to do anything. Could you pick this up, get that, do that, try that, go in there, look to see if that's in there, try this, take a picture of that, can you get that for me? And there's like specific things she wants specific people to do for her. Remember, she laying in that bed all day. And we out there doing work and running around, and she talking about, well, I did it for you. And I worked 2 jobs, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah. But you was investing in history. You was building something. There was gonna be a return on your investment. Not sure why I went down that road, but I did. Feels good to be back out here again, I guess. Woke up this morning at 196.6, which I felt was pretty good for a Wednesday. But it turns out, last Wednesday, I was 194 something. So that was kind of disappointing. But considering the weekend I had and not getting steps here and there and the way I ate over that weekend, you know, it's not bad at all. So basically I'm still under 200. I should be happy about that. And I might stabilize at this range that I'm at. And then one good bowel movement and a little bit of stability on my calorie intake. That pizza was good. Those pizzas was good. It was a pizza place next to the hotel. It's good. Carnegie Pizza or something like that. It was good. I was like, I didn't even care how much a slice. Give me one. Give me a pepperoni and a cheese. Oh, it was good. It was good. CVS was around the corner. Went to that CVS. I think I had been there before. I'm not sure. Got me some drink, chips, some candy. Put it in the room, refrigerator, a little blood. After the show, hung out Times Square for probably a couple hours ago. Just hanging out, looking at people, seeing what trouble I can get into. I was successful. Yeah, I had a good weekend. I just had a plain, flat out, good weekend. Yeah, I probably should start taking notes. I think I might do that. So much stuff happened. Maybe I'll get into a stream of consciousness and kind of remember it all, but you know, we'll see. So happy Wednesday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery Scott Mitchell, and I am deeply in love with my life, with who and what I am, where I am, how I am, and the why I am. Probably my most favorite because it's the hardest one to answer. And probably, obviously, the deepest, the one with the deepest meaning. is the one that humanity is yet to answer. That's why they call it the hard problem. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, get ready for today. Get ready for my Wednesday. 3 days a week in the office come January. We kind of knew it was coming. We kind of knew it was coming, you know. But see, one thing, if you work till 11, you don't have to go in the office at all. Or once a month for All Hands Day. If you work till 11, I don't know if I could pull that shift maneuver off, but I don't know if I would want to. Work 3 to 11. Then when I go back to Ohio, that's 6 to 2. So things are changing, and we'll make adjustments. I'll figure something out. I'll make adjustments to figure something out. I was thinking about some news I heard from George Clinton's management about some upcoming events and how that fits in with existing ongoing events. Because, I spent, I'm sitting on one side of the table. You got Julie Ridgey and her husband. You got Tony Cam and his wife. I had a direct view off. It was like I'm sitting on one side, they all sitting on the other side. To be that proximity, that close, to have access to that kind of information that they have, that funk experience that they have, we had good conversation, good talk. How they did this, they did that, because they're doing the Funketeers Ball. They're doing the Funketeers Ball. And it was a time where, they wanted to stop doing it. But Tony Cam got in there and fixed it, figured out a way to make it happen. And I remember Julia told me when she said she didn't want to do it no more, that broke my heart, kind of. I was saddened. I was truly saddened. Yeah, but I understood. It was a business decision, so I understood. But I had to sit there across them and get their knowledge and information on how they experience, how they did this, they do that. And how Dr. G put together Chocolate City Alliance, the workings behind that. And Tony Cameron, he running his organization. And, it's just good insight. So you want to get the LA maggots out there. And, we talk about how come so people don't travel, how come, this and that. How come? Now I think about it, Tony Karen, where you been? Huh? Where you been? Where y'all been? I see Sonia out there. Brooke came out one time. Mama Sandy came out. I'm talking about, flying coast to coast to do stuff. Everybody don't do that. Everybody ain't got the means or the motivation or the know-how or the confidence to jump on an airplane and go and be completely out of their element. Hell, some people still scared to fly. So it was good to sit and have that discussion with them, and, direction, and, things that may be coming up and this and that. And it was just good. It was good. All right, y'all. All right. All right. All right. Swinging on y'all. 2 times. For me, for the bomb. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this, or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. The totality of it all, theory of universe. Hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.